What's up, everybody? It's FaZe here, and today we are going to rank every single Evo skill or evolution skill in Survivor.io on a tier list. This includes every exclusive hero skill like the medi-drone, as well as weapon skills, but not weapons. We ranked weapons on an equipment tier list, and I will leave a link to that tier list in the description of this video. Go check it out after this. Let's start things off with the force barrier, and I am going to immediately stick the force barrier in the C tier. The force barrier is essentially a force field around your survivor that will knock the enemy back as well as give you extra experience if you have the red tech part equipped. It is unique and it does serve a purpose, but not a very important purpose. Next, we have the Shark Maw gun, and I'm going to stick the Shark Maw gun in the B tier. The Shark Maw gun can hit a single target and cause AoE damage on impact. It's really good in vertical chapters, and if you have the red tech part equipped, you will fire 2 rockets instead of 1. Next, we have the Defender, and I'm going to stick the Defender in the A tier. The Defender permanently spins tops around your survivor, and if you have the red tech part equipped, they will spin out and retreat back. They can knock the enemy back as well as deflect projectiles. But if you are using the Light Chaser, which can also knock back projectiles as well as the Katana, you might not always need to use it. Next, we have the Supercell, and I usually stick it in the S tier, but I think for now, I'm going to stick it in the A tier for the first time. The Supercell will launch lightning bolts at the enemy that generate shockwaves, causing additional damage. It's pretty good against mobs and bosses because the shockwaves can cause additional damage, and the lightning bolts can automatically hit a single target. Next, we have the Fuel Barrel, and I'm not sure if I want to stick them in the A tier or the B tier, so for now, I'm going to stick them between the A and B tier. If you have the excellent tech part equipped, fire will spread, hitting more targets. And if you have the red tech part equipped, you will deal 10% more damage as well as make the enemy bleed. I also want to randomly mention that if you are using HE Fuel to expand the range of the fire, and the newest hero in the game, King, along with the Survivor Instinct skill, you can pretty much get crits all across the screen. Next, we have the Whistling Arrow, and I'm going to stick the Whistling Arrow in the A tier for now. The Whistling Arrow can cause a lot of damage, it flies all over the map, and it's really good against bosses. But when it really shines is when you get the red tech part, because then you get 2 Whistling Arrows opposed to just 1, and that means double the damage. Next, we have the Quantum Ball, and I'm also going to stick the Quantum Ball in the A tier. The Quantum Ball is very chaotic, and it can destroy monsters all over the map. It's good against mobs, it's good against bosses, and it deserves to be in the A tier. Next, we have the 1-ton iron, and I'm also going to stick them in the A tier. In my opinion, the 1-ton iron is one of the best skills, if not the best skills, to use against mobs in the game. You can hit a bunch of targets, get off a bunch of crits, and if you have the red tech part equipped, the 1-ton irons will spin as they fly out, hitting more targets. I really like it. Some people don't like the red tech part, but I do. I think it's very effective, and I've noticed that the 1-ton iron often gets the most damage for me. Next, we have the Magnetic Rebounder, and I'm going to stick them in the C tier. I actually think I like the Boomerang more than I like the Magnetic Rebounder because it helps me a lot against bosses. So whenever I evolve the Magnetic Rebounder, I'm a little let down. I also have the red tech part for it, and it's never really impressed me. I will give it some props. It can be effective against some mobs with the red tech part equipped, because then the flying darts will have trails of electricity following them. Next, we have the Laser Launcher, and I'm going to stick the Laser Launcher in the B tier. If you have an excellent grade Annihilator tech part for the Laser Launcher, you can slow enemies down, and this is very effective if you have red Void Waker treads, because the slower the enemy is compared to you, the more damage you can potentially cause. And in addition, the red tech part will unleash the Death Ray, allowing it to hit targets all over the map. Next, we have the Caltrops, and the Caltrops will fly around hitting enemies as well as launching spikes at them. If you have the red tech part equipped, the spikes will make enemies bleed. I do like the Caltrops, and I do think it is pretty effective, but I'm going to stick it in the B tier. I think it's great with a red nanobot tech part. You can certainly take out a bunch of mobs, but without it, it's kind of meh. Next, we have the Thunderbolt Bomb, and I'm also going to stick it in the B tier. The Thunderbolt Bomb will explode and hit enemies with electrical shockwaves. Next, we have the Inferno Bomb, and I do like the Inferno Bomb a little bit more than I like the Thunderbolt Bomb, so I'm going to stick it in the B tier as well, but like this. That's to signify their dominance. When enemies walk by the Inferno Bomb, it will explode and light the ground on fire, and the fire can cause additional damage. Next, we have an exclusive catnip skill, the Inquisitor drone, and this is just the medi-drone and type A drone combined, but it's still an Evo skill nonetheless, so I guess we have to rank it. I'm going to stick the Inquisitor in the B tier, I guess. Fine. Now we have the Destroyer drone. The Destroyer is type A drone and type B drone combined. The Destroyer is the best boss killer in the game besides the Kunai, so I'm going to stick it in the S tier. I love this thing. Next, Next, we have another exclusive catnip skill, the Savior Drone, and I'm going to stick it in the B tier as well. The Savior Drone is the medi-drone and Type B drone combined. And now we have the daddy of them all, the Divine Destroyer, and I'm going to stick the Divine Destroyer in the S tier next to the Destroyer. The Divine Destroyer is the Destroyer and the medi-drone combined. Not only will it heal you, it will launch projectiles at the enemy. It's great against bosses just like the Destroyer is. Next, we have an exclusive Tsukiyomi skill, Moon Halo Slash, and I'm going to stick it between B and A. I think it's a great melee skill. It can cause a lot of damage, but it is limited because it can only hit in a circle around your survivor. Next, we have Lunar Eternity. I'm going to stick Lunar Eternity in the A tier. Don't judge me. Lunar Eternity is like Moon Halo Slash on steroids. It will make the enemy bleed as well as cause additional damage. It's honestly my favorite AFK skill in the game. It's really fun to use. Last but not least, we have Lunar Frost, and I'm going to stick it between B and A, I guess. It's like the other exclusive Tsukiyomi skills, except it will slow monsters down. And you know what? I might bring these down to the B tier. I might bring them down to the B tier. I think that's right. I think that's justifiable. Maybe we'll drop this right here. Maybe that's better. I like this better right here. I like this a lot better. All right, guys. So that does it for today. This is the final tier list. Let me know what you think. Would you rank anything differently? Let's hear it in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Smash like and subscribe. I'll see you later.